For weeks now, I've been rooting for the Covenant in the Halo TV series, and that's because the humans on the show and all of the characters are so unlikable. And that is how I feel about this episode. This episode, I might have distilled that down better than anyone previously. And there's even a scene early in the episode where McKee says, "Oh, the humans in the Covenant are like literally just as bad, man." And I'm like, you know what? I actually agree. I want them all to die, and I don't think that that is what this show wants you to feel. But really, this episode is the calm before the storm. And if I was actually invested in the story, maybe it would have been interesting, I guess. The most interesting thing we get is we get a little peek into the Forerunner stuff. Spoiler alert, we get to the Halo ring at the end of the episode. And the big event, guys, guess what? He put the armor on! Woo! Oh man, he put it on. Holy crap, guys. It's almost like that they know that that's what we want to see, so that they withheld it this long, so that we'd be like, wow! It's almost like the writers actually know what we want and just refuse to give it to us, because, guess what? Spoiler alert. They don't actually like Halo. I've all been saying this all along, and this episode really made me sure more than ever before. Oh yeah, and don't forget, it turns out Master Chief's got force powers. I'm not kidding, he does. But with that, I think we'll just break into the breakdown. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But I think the worst thing a TV show can be is boring and not memorable. And if I didn't have this investment in the Halo franchise, that's what this would be. It would just be something that I would watch until I would watch something else, and it's really just not very memorable or interesting or worth recommending. Even if you never cared about Halo before, this is not a decent enough show to withstand any criticism. So that's my opinion on it. Breaking into this first scene, we got a dream scene, guys. And just like Disney Star Wars, we got Ben Solo, and we've got, of course, Rey Skywalker, or Rey Palpatine, more accurately. That's what's happening here. They're all the way across the galaxy from each other, and they're having a conversation because they are both the chosen ones, man. And they both touched the fucking artifact. They touched the butt, guys. And now that they are video chatting on Halo from way far away, they're like, yo, the Covenant is like literally as bad as the humans, man. And Master Chief's like, dude, it's not the same, bro. And McKee's like, yes, it is, dude. And the thing is that she's rooting for the Covenant when they actively want to kill her. Not just, secretly, we know that they want to kill her when they get to the Halo rings. We knew that from Season 1. She doesn't know that. But she does know that everybody on the ship except for the Arbiter is trying to kill her right now. It's not like this hypothetical thing. It is actually happening right now. And I guess you could say the same thing of Master Chief because everybody in the UNSC is so stupid, and they're very stupid in this episode, and they're just like, yeah, we'll just keep throwing our soldiers at and let them all die instead of coming up with an actual plan, something useful. I don't know. That's why I hate everybody in the show. There's nobody to root for. Not only are they doing twisted evil shit, they're also stupid and just not at all good tacticians or anything. They can't do anything right, and that's why I hate them. So, it actually isn't the same. I know I'm saying that because I hate the humans in the show, but it's not at all the same. Because the Covenant's religion is to wipe out humanity. They're committing genocide, okay? That is not the same thing as humanity defending itself and trying to decimate the fleet so that they don't get wiped out. It is a war of defense on the human side. And she's like, oh, if they both get to the Halo rings, they'll activate it. But we have that power. So if you have the power, so you're going to activate it then? Why does it matter who activates it? This is the first time in the show that they've ever talked about what the Halo ring is. We know this is why the show is so annoying, and why fans of the show are so annoying is because they're like, you guys are mad because it's not like the games. this show relies on you knowing everything about the games already for it to even make sense. This is the first time in the show that's ever been acknowledged. Master Chief talks about all this stuff about how the Halo ring is a weapon. How does he know? How the fuck does he know? This conversation, I guess? I don't know. But even, I don't understand McKee's mindset. We're gonna activate it ourselves. Okay, why does it matter who gets there first then? And the fleet is on their way to the Halo ring right now. That's like the main plot of this episode. And yet she commits the Arbiter, we have to go, we can't go to High Charity, we have to go to the Halo ring right now. And why, so you could end up going to the same place anyway? You didn't even get there first. Like, it would make sense if they got there before the fleet, but the whole show doesn't make any sense, bro. But they're like, oh, I love you, actually, I don't know, something. And then McKee comes back to life in the regular world, and the artifacts explode like they did last season. There's no difference between last season and this one. Anybody saying that it's an improvement is just not really paying attention. It's the exact same show. All the same plot points, the main storylines, it's all continued. They didn't reset or retcon anything. They didn't even like make an adjustment of like, oh, people don't like McKee, people don't like Kwan, let's put them to the side and do other things. They don't even need to retcon it. They just need to focus on other stuff. No, they doubled down on everything. McKee is like the most important character in the show, other than Master Chief. And Kwan, too, she's one of the special magical people as well. So they doubled down on absolutely everything. And Cortana's here helping McKee for some reason. I don't know why. She's working with the Covenant to get to the Halo ring to blow it up. Cortana, I thought, astro projected herself to the base, but I guess she can just be everywhere at once. I don't understand what's going on here. And she's like, oh, McKee's actually behind you, and then she kills the priest or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not invested. It's just a goofy scene, and I don't understand any character's motivation at all. And here we've got a scene with the Admiral, and we got Ackerson here, and this is where we're like just throwing soldiers at the fleet, and everybody's dying. And then the Admiral lady's like, oh, I'm not even a part of Oni. I can't do it. I didn't do it. It's not my fault that Reach happened. Bitch, you're right here right now. She's like, you're not an Oni. You're at the Oni base right now, and you're giving orders, and other people know that you're here. It's not some secret. People see you, okay? It's so stupid, bro. And it just drives me nuts. And then she's like, Ackerson, go find Chief. And then Ackerson proceeds to do everything else but that. Except for it's practically coincidence at the end when he actually does run into Chief. He's not doing anything about it. It's really confusing. Chief's on this completely, like, out of his mind revenge quest here. He has no real plan. He's not intelligent. He's overly emotional. He's unhinged in this episode. And he has probably killed people at this point on the other side. And yet the soldiers still decide to side with him for some reason. And they won't shoot him. And that was one of the things with last episode. It's like, he doesn't have his armor on. He doesn't have a shield. He's just a person. Yes, he has superhuman strength. But you could shoot him in the head still. You know, in this show, just it doesn't make any sense. This lady's here. And then Kai shows up and she's helping him. Okay, whatever. Now we got this Forerunner artifact that is under this planet. And there's a cipher. And Miranda and Halsey have to work together. I guess this is like the one part of the episode that's okay, is their connection. You know, they're icy to start, and then by the end of the episode, they form a sort of bond. So that's one part of the episode that's okay, that I can't hate completely. But Kwana ends up being... There's certain chosen people, and she's one of them, and she can activate the artifact. She's the most amazing, magical, special person, and she's had all these visions that tell her things about the future, and what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? She is the key to everything. Where have we heard this story before? Oh, that's right. Everything on right now. But they do have one explanation in this scene that I think is actually solid, where the Forerunner... In this artifact, the Forerunners left some DNA, and this DNA is very similar to human DNA, which in the original source material in the first 3 games, Bungie Halo, the Forerunners were kind of hinted at as being humans in the past. These are the people that built the Halo rings and all the artifacts and all that stuff, and they were hinted at that they were humans. the 343 Halo games retconned that, and now the Forerunners are their own thing, and the humans are just their chosen mantle or something like that. I forget the terminology exactly, but they're the chosen ones to take the mantle on. But now it seems like they're kind of going back to the original one, or some type of fusion of the two, where the DNA is similar, and we even see a dead body of one by the end of the episode, and it's like mostly human, except it's got like 6 fingers, I think, and it looks slightly different. But that's one thing that is actually explained, is that this DNA in there had the same thing that Chief and McKee have, so that's how Halsey found Chief, is through this DNA testing. Whoa, we got an explanation for something? Oh my goodness, guys. It's almost like real science fiction, guys. And here we got the Admiral, and she's like, yeah, everybody's dying, it's fine. Send more. And that's like the only strategy the military has in this show. Like in one of the early episodes this season, there was an elite. The Arbiter was down the hallway, and they just kept sending guys down there. Let's just hope that eventually somebody survives. That's pretty much what's happening here. Except they do have a plan where this virus thing that was in the simulation is going to blow up the ship. It's not going to take the ship over or whatever they said it was. It is actually just going to destroy it, and it's big enough to destroy the entire star system. So that's an explanation for why the simulation ended with the virus thing. So again, there's another explanation there that's something, I guess. But it really is a Hail Mary pass. And I guess they've known about this, the Halo ring, how it's going to destroy everything for a while now. And they haven't done anything about it. I don't know. And here we got the C plot of this episode. Like, why is it even here? And this might be the dumbest scene in the episode, but it just flies right by because it's just like nobody cares about it. But this scene is Soren's like, yeah, we've come all this way to look for our son. Fuck it. I don't care. We're not doing anything about it. And then he changes his mind at the end of the episode. I don't get it. And he's like, oh, I missed being a Spartan. You didn't really show it that much. I don't know. I guess, he didn't actually want to kill Halsey. He just wanted to, be one of them again. Okay, I guess. And then the wife character is like, you are not a Spartan. You have a life. Because remember, guys, having a life is more important than being a soldier, according to the logic of this TV show, guys. They don't actually respect being a soldier. They think that being a soldier means following orders that are corrupt inherently. But that's just the morality of this show here. And now we got Perez, and she's getting ready with the rest of the Spartans to go on the suicide mission, basically. Even if they win, they can't get out, so that's the fate that she's awaiting here. And we got a soldier who is feeling a little scared. And here's a decent scene, but in the context of the whole season, it doesn't make sense. It really does feel like these Spartans have been training for like 3 weeks, if that. And it's a big change in character from Perez to go from the person who had a panic attack in the first episode to now being the one giving the pep talk of how courageous they have to be. It just feels out of character, and it's come from nowhere. And this transition happened off screen, and it's not really that much time. And in the same way, like, Ackerson's trying to say, like, oh, you're throwing everything away and all that. I don't really see that with these Spartans, because it does feel so sudden. It feels like they just showed up, But I don't think it was that long between the fall of Reach and now. I think it was like maybe a month or two. It doesn't feel like it's that long, but I could be wrong, I suppose. Now Cortana's leading Chief to his armor. Oh man, and Kai's like, I was wrong. Okay, whatever. And now we're at this artifact, and there's a cipher, and then Kwan is like, oh, I was like totally looking at cave paintings that I made, and they gave me the answer to the cipher somehow. I don't know. It's stupid. That's Ackerson running simulations of the explosion. And then Chief finds him. Dun, dun, dun. And I thought he was going to kill him because I'm like, everybody in the show's a psycho, so he might as well. But they don't end up doing that, which I appreciate, because Master Chief is not a guy who is going to do things without a clear logic behind it. And I would rather see him be the dutiful soldier fighting for the right thing, as opposed to, I guess that's the writer's version of that is what we're seeing. But it really just looks like I'm going on emotion and there's no logic to what I'm doing, and it's just so it's anti Chief, in my opinion. Chief is the stoic figure. You know, there are AI voice versions on YouTube of Chief reading stoic manuals, and it feels more like Master Chief than this show does. So, turns out the cipher is a star map, and there's the glowing things. She touches them, and they start glowing. The little keys that she's been shifting around. Keys, you see what I did there? And then there's a star map, and then they have to find out. Oh, and all of a sudden, Kwan's a genius, and she's like, I know, I had the stars memorized. Okay, because that's definitely a normal thing that she would do based on her character, bro. I don't know. She was like training to be a soldier on this desert planet, and now she's like an astrophysicist. I don't know, or an astrologist. I don't know. Maybe she just knows her astrology sign, guys. I don't know. But guess what? We find the armor. Holy crap, guys! He puts the armor on. Whoa! And here's where we come up with the plan. We're gonna show our leaders that we can't be messed with. We're gonna show the truth to the world by Master Chief surviving. He's gonna break through their story, their whole propaganda narrative of we need to fight for Chief. We need to finish his fight, which is their way of reversing finish the fight, which is a line from the Halo series. So they're reversing that. It's like presented as an Easter egg, but really it's a subversion, and I hate it. But this scene's up fair enough, you know. Ackerson's like, I gotta fall on the sword and take the blame for everything, and that's whatever. It's fair enough. That's the big dramatic scene in this episode. And then we unlock this artifact, and there's a huge chasm, and we got, this is cool too, you know, it's from the games, it looks cool enough, I'm down with it. And then we're talking more about how Chief is going to go to the Halo ring, and Kai's got to blow it up. He tells her the truth of what's going on. Fine, whatever. Here, we're in a laboratory, and Halsey's acting like a little kid, and it's kind of funny. Oh, there's a lot of lines in this episode, like they walk in here, and it's like, it's not a lab. It's not a tomb, it's a lab. It's not a this, it's a that. They use that line like 5 times in this episode. I don't remember all the other times, but it doesn't matter. It's just kind of funny. But I do kind of like this, and this scientist is holding something important. Another mystery box magic artifact bullshit nonsense. And then we got this city, and then all of a sudden it starts falling apart. I don't understand that. They made this whole thing to unlock as a test. You know, the cipher was a test that unlocked. Why is it all of a sudden self-destructing? It would make sense if like they touched a button that they weren't supposed to and then it goes off. But it just feels very random, and it doesn't make any sense. But it's just because the plot line needs it to they needed something to happen dramatic, I guess. As they're running away, Halsey's like, whoa, look at the city, man, this is crazy, and she's about to fucking die, and she doesn't care. It's funny to me, but they have this thing where Miranda calls her mom, and that's, oh, their bond, finally they broke through, and it's too little too late, but it's better than nothing. And then all the stars are red now. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And then now we're with the Arbiter and McKee, and we're going to the Halo ring, and she burns herself the same way he did, and now they're bonded forever. I thought they already were pretty much, but it's kind of funny to me. Like, I laughed at this scene. It's supposed to be this big dramatic thing. I don't even really understand what was going on. And then Soren's coming in and being a psycho, and he's murdering everybody. He's like, I'm gonna murder all the people that they're making my son fight. And his son is training to be a Spartan, I guess. I don't really get it. They're stealing children. I thought the whole thing with Spartan 3s is that they were volunteers. So they're still kidnapping children. It doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense. But whatever, I guess we're throwing that out the window. And Soren comes in and then murders everybody brutally instead of, I don't know. They weren't going to kill his son, right? I mean, just let it happen and then try to escape with him later. I don't know. I don't understand that scene. It's just goofy to me. And Perez is here, and she's talking to Chief. And then they bring up the coin flip thing. And then they're like, oh, Chief, you actually were the one making the coin heads up. He's got force powers now? Are we really doing that? He's got fucking force powers? Come on. Are we really doing this? And then Miranda's touching the magic mystery box thing, and she opens it, and it's the big thing. Like, she's like, whoa, it opened! Whoa! And I was just thinking, you broke it, dumbass. I don't know, it's just goofy, but whatever. There's surely some important plot information in there, right? I don't know, and it's funny to me she's using gloves because she was already touching it, but, you know, whatever. That's a nitpick at the end of the day. And then Miranda leaves, whatever. Chief comes out, and he's like, oh, I'm still alive, guys. Holy shit. And then Ackerson gets arrested, and all that's... And then this part is pretty cool at the end. Chief finds the Halo ring. This is definitely the cliffhanger to go into the finale. You know, I would do the same thing if I was writing this. I would just change literally everything else. But other than that, that's this episode, guys. We got one more episode left, and I'm glad because I'm looking forward to being done with it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And with that, it's been your boy, Shuggy. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.